convene the meeting. Will everyone join me in the pledge to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, right, we got a big crowd tonight. Andy, thank you for coming out tonight.
Yeah, it would have been very lonely without you.
Very reliable.
Hey, let's stop.
Then would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Ham?
Here.
Mr. Grover?
Here.
Mrs. Sullivan?
Here.
Mr. Humpinski?
Here.
And Mrs. Vanderwater?
Here.
Mrs. Wozniak?
Here. Can I get a motion to approve the meeting minutes of February 21st meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Did anyone sign up for citizens' comments today? No?
I did not. I have none. I shall reserve. I'll catch you guys when you're finished.
Okay, thanks, Dave.
I feel like Lynn could have called roll call for the audience.
Moving on, we will approve vouchers. Can I get a motion for the voucher approval?
I'll make that motion.
Can I get a second?
I'll second it. Do you have the amount?
It is. Sorry about that. I just saw it here. Oh, it is $109,872.06.
Thanks, Bob.
You're welcome.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Vouchers are approved. Can I get a motion to open the public hearing to consider proposed local law A24 amending chapter 200 for the solar power and energy law?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a
I'll second.
Yeah. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're in public hearing. Is there anyone wishing to address the board in favor of local law A24 amending our solar law?
Do you want to let Nadine go through the changes?
Oh yeah, that probably would make sense.
So,
I will. I appreciate the town looking into this and getting it straightened out. There's a lot of details that had to be reviewed by a bunch of different folks, and a lot of work was put into this. And congratulations that you got to this point.
Thank you.
do you want?
Yeah, go ahead.
If there's only, do you want me to elaborate or don't you?
I mean, if you
Might
just
as
want
well.
to go, if you want to high level the
It's on TV.
high level the changes, you
So,
can.
after the initial public hearing, the town board received comments and concerns from various constituents, and as a result, some changes were made, resulting in this continuation of the public hearing. One of the things that was acknowledged, this local law was forwarded to county planning pursuant to 239 of the GML, and as a result of that, there has been a change made to the tiering system. We had proposed a tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now what we are doing is we are making it into a tier 1, 2, and 3. We are doing away with 4. What was previously identified as a tier 4 will be revised to be tier 3. So there actually isn't a substantive change to the local law as a result of that, but our system will be 1, 2, and 3. The minimum setback from water is still 200 feet, but it will be as determined by the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the local governing body, or the canal corporation, the local governing body, or the canal corporation, or any other U.S. or state government agency. Another change is that if proposed lands are located within a designated wetland, the applicant may submit a wetland assessment with their application to authorize the installation of what will be a tier 3 solar system that's less than 1,000 feet from that designated wetlands. Again, so long as this wetlands assessment is submitted. The next change is that what will be tier 4 solar systems, to the extent possible, are to be located on, or to be the location of a tier 3 solar system shall not be located on soils that are classified as prime farmland if drained, prime soils, prime soil land, or farmland of statewide importance. Previously, it was a hard prohibition, now it's to the extent possible, greatest extent possible. The next change is that if soil compaction results are more than 250 pounds per square inch as measured by a soil contrometer, they must be decompacted. And that's it. Those are the changes. So that's what's before the board this evening. We've heard from the one person present, so the board is in a position to close the public hearing.
Really, I don't have to ask for if there's anyone against. No, seeing none.
Only Andy's ultra personal.
I just want to point out the important fact that we had a public hearing, we got public input, we made changes. And that's the importance of the public hearing. So I guess more for anybody who's watching this on PAC-TV, when we have a public hearing, this is exactly why we have public hearings. So we can get the public's input to make changes to the stuff that we think is right. So I guess I'm just encouraging people, come to public hearings so you can give us some input.
Agreed.
Thanks, Mike.
So I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the public hearing is closed. Can I get a motion to adopt local law A24 revisions for solar power and energy?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second.
And that will be a roll call vote.
Lynn, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Hand.
Yep.
Mr. Grover.
Yes.
Mrs. Sullivan.
Yes.
Mr. Hoshinsky.
Yes.
Mrs. Vanderwater.
Yes.
Ms. Wozniak.
Yes. Local law A24 is adopted. Thank you, Wendy Vanderwater, for your work on this.
Thank you very much, Wendy.
A lot of work.
Thank you.
I did sit in a couple of your meetings.
And Bob Grover. Item number 4 is approve the 2024 Canton Woods Senior Center Agreement with Lysander in the Village of Baldwinsville and authorize the supervisor to execute the agreement and approve the payment of $66,950. Can I
I'd like
get
to make that motion.
Jenny?
I'll second.
Second. Any other discussion?
That's the same amount as last year, correct?
Correct.
And the year before?
The year
And the year before.
Yeah, we've kept that flat for a very long time, yes.
Yep, good.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Approved. Item number 5 is appoint Mary Frances Saban to the Board of Assessment Review, the term to expire on September 30th, 2028. Can I get a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Any discussion? I think we also are down still, Lynn, correct me if I'm wrong, 2 vacancies still? One vacancy after
Yeah, she
this.
filled one.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 6 is approve Harbor Heights Park fencing to affordable fence. They were the low bidder at $6,200.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Yep. Any other discussion?
One thing I have to say, it's nice that we used a
Local.
local fencing company.
Yes, I also,
I like
and
that idea a lot.
this also isn't going to impact taxes at all because we're using our parkland funds. So we're gonna close out the Harbor Heights Fund that was originally established when the build out started, and then take the balance from the parkland deposits, which is a general fund that all subdivisions pay into, things like that, so.
So, just to clarify, this is not fencing the parking completely. It's fenced on 3 sides, and the part that's not fenced in is right along the road. So it was requested by a lot of the neighbors in the neighborhood if we could fence part of it in, because there's a parking area as well. So kids don't run out into the road, or, you know, if they're playing with the ball doesn't roll out into the road. So to protect the kids when they're in the park facility, I think it's a great idea, because, I mean, that is like where you want the kids to be safe, is along the road. So that's why we're doing this, and like Darcy said, we have a park fund specifically for Harbor Heights for when that neighborhood was built. So the majority of the funds are coming out of that park fund, so it won't affect any taxes.
One other point that the Harbor Heights Association also made was they were happy that it wasn't completely enclosing the park due to the fact that they have access in the wintertime, to be able to have maybe highway department or something like that drop snow in there so that they can make a small little sledding ramp that they like to do occasionally in that area, so I think.
We're a little light on snow.
Just a little. Hence why we didn't call you.
You're gonna need a snow machine. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 7 is authorize the town historians' memberships to Onondaga Historical Association and the Public Historians of New York State, and approve a $10 budget transfer to cover membership costs from the general fund.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Item number 8 is approve the budget transfers and modifications per the comptroller's memo, which were just kind of codifies the historian transfer, and then also transfer from our contingency account to pay for the balance of the playground that's being installed, I think, pretty soon at the park. Actually, Jen, you probably can confirm that.
Yep. So can I get I'll make a motion to accept those budget transfers and modifications.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 9 is appoint Mary Frances Saban as confidential secretary to the supervisor, effective March 11th, 2024, at a budgeted rate of $19 an hour. Can I get a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Can I get a second?
I'll second. Roger seconds.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. We did have to pencil in an item 10, mainly due to timeliness. I'll kind of punt to Nadine to give us the full motion. Lynn, she wrote it down too, so you can cheat off the paper.
So the resolution for consideration is as follows. Subject to permissive referendum, the town board does hereby ratify and reaffirm the sale of real property known as tax map number 036.-07-19.3 to Rolex Properties LLC in accordance with the resolution passed by the town board of the town of Van Buren on February 17, 2021. Such closing to occur 30 days hereafter, subject to the buyer's deposit of earnest monies in the amount of $1,000, and does further authorize the deputy supervisor to execute any and all documents to effectuate such conveyance. That's the motion. I need a first and a second, please.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Duly noted. Counselor and committee reports and comments. I'll start at Roger.
Nothing for me.
Jen?
We had a Parks and Rec and Building and Grounds meeting last Wednesday before it poured, or during it poured. It was very informative. I can't say enough about both departments. I mean, all the things that wonderful things that they do. The next meeting is scheduled, Lynn, on March 27th at 3 p.m. at the park. And that's all I have for tonight.
Thanks, Jen. Mike?
I just want to expand a little bit on that and again, second the work that they're doing over there. We got a nice tour of Pavilion AA, which is not 100% complete. They still have to do some electrical and some plumbing and so forth. But it just looks wonderful. It looks really nice. It looks like it's going to be suitable for pretty much anything that they want to do. And they have garage doors to close it all off instead of having to put up screens and so forth. So it's going to be really useful, number one. It came out really nice. They're talking about having cornhole boards available for the public to use, and just little stuff like that that's going to be making a difference in the park.
Nice.
So I think it's the little details like that Chris and Heidi are working on that really makes the big difference. So again, I'll second what Jenny said. I think they're doing a great job there.
They put their care and they put their whole being inside
Yes.
their departments.
They
Yes,
do.
they
They're
do.
both good comments.
And that's all I have.
Good team, good team.
Any? Nothing.
Bob?
I would like to do a highway committee meeting on March 20th at 3 PM at the highway garage. I know that Doug won't be there, but if we could
No, I
have,
will be there.
oh, you will be there for that one, okay.
I will be in my traveling clothes to leave right afterwards.
Okay, perfect, so we'll do it 3 o'clock right at the highway garage. And that's all I have.
I don't have any supervisors' comments tonight. Doug, anything from Highway?
Just real quick, with the weather being the way it is, the guys have already started to do yard repairs. Hopefully trying to get as much done, so as soon as it starts growing, it won't even be visible. With that being said, we're not pulling down all of our delineators yet. Just because very, very, very early for what we normally are. But with that being said, we also took advantage of our fantastic town engineer, facilitated getting a contractor in to do some drainage work for us that was on target for last year, but with all the flooding that we had, we literally ran out of time and money to be able to perform it. But we were able to get it done over school break, so it didn't, because we had completely closed the road for 4 days. So it didn't affect the school buses nearly as bad, and everything went smoothly, so that just leads us to greater things and leaves us more time for work in the summer. So we're off to a good start. Let's hope it stays that way.
Great job.
Yes.
Jason, you have anything to add tonight?
Just that the Maple Road sidewalk is out to bid. 4 contractors have already picked up books, so we should get some good pricing on that.
Good. Any other attorney comments?
I didn't, but did you,
I don't think that's working.
no, did you want to take action on that proposed pilot?
We're gonna do that March 20th.
March 20th, okay, just wanted to make sure. They're not gonna know that.
Okay. Lynn?
Nope.
Okay. Motion to go into executive session to discuss a personnel matter.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're going into exec session, but I don't expect any action. I really don't. Thank you, Andy, for coming.
I forgot that you're gonna